Bro, G. Stand tall, can't break me. No, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Bad black queen, whole world gon' see. Yeah, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Diamonds on my wrist, mine sharper than a key. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Step in the room, all eyes on she. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
Look, I'm the headline, you a footnote, baby. I write the rules, you just quote them maybe. They throw dirt, but I bloom like daisies. Pressure make a queen, can't faze me. Walk in, shut it down. Bossy with a grin, I ain't waiting on respect. That respect built in. When they see me, they salute, cause the crown legit. And if you try to block the shine, you dismiss, bitch.
Raw G, stand tall, can't break me. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. Bad black queen, whole world gon' see. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I'm a storm in Chanel, hurricane and some hills. Turn struggle into billions, manifest what's real. You pressing for a crown, sit back, chill. I was born in the throne and I've been no will. They whisper my name cause they know it here. Heavy talk slick on the net, but in person not ready. I'm the fire and the flood, can't box me in steady. Raw G, no cage, yeah my aim too deadly.
Raw G, don't play with me, don't play. Queens run the board, checkmate, you see. Talk loud, but your moves too weak, too cheap. I'm the nightmare you feel when you go to sleep. Raw G, stand tall, can't break me. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. Bad black queen, whole world gon' see. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. Diamonds on my wrist, mine sharper than a key. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. Step in the room, all eyes on she. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's your girl, Raw G. Raw G, don't play with me. Shout out to Nightish. Thank you, Shaq Rackin. How you doing? Hey, Happy Life, how you doing? All right. Shout out to everybody entering the building. Please double tap the stream and share it out. Listen, I'm annoyed. Okay, can I say that I'm annoyed? And actually, while I'm talking, let me make my little visual of myself a little bit bigger, just so y'all know who you're in the building to see, honey. Who you're in the building to see, honey. Make it a little bigger so you can see me up here. Jesus Christ. Latter-day Saints and the Mormons. Whatever. There it is. Make it a little bit bigger. All right. Ain't gonna do too much. It's not about me. But, okay. There's a lot of narratives that are going around right now about the food stamp crisis of 2025. And either people are sleeping or they're smoking crack. Like, there's a lot of people out here excited and happy. Like, yeah, all the black people, all the black women that are single mamas, this is what you get for not choosing a man and not choosing a father to be in the house, not choosing family and choosing white zaddy. And I'm like, you guys cannot be this marauded. You cannot be this mentally delayed. Okay? Let's be clear. Let's be clear. First and foremost, to anybody that is on food stamps and social services, please understand this. Okay? It's going to cost $8 billion to keep benefits flowing for the month of November. And unfortunately, the federal government right now, while they're shut down, is not going to be refunding anybody, any state, money for food stamps. They're just not. The SNAP program is not going to be refunded for November unless the government goes back into production before October 31st. But all these states should have contingency funds, right? According to Fox News, the contingency plan for the United States of America, right, is $6 billion. So it's about $2 billion short. So they will more likely than not still be giving people food stamps, just not the full amount of the food stamps that they would normally get. Okay, that's number one. Now, the states could scrape the money together themselves to keep the benefits flowing. And again, they shouldn't expect to be reimbursed, said Peter Hadler, the Deputy Commissioner of Connecticut's Department of Social Services. And benefits could also come late or only to some facilities. The USDA has a plan that would allow it to prioritize November funds to the highest need recipients, which means if you're an elderly person, if you're a family that has disabled children, if you're a family that has young children, you will more likely than not get it over a grown adult who unfortunately is living near the poverty level and struggling. Okay, so parents, you'll still be able to feed your kids. Now, it's also not clear how serious the USDA is about cutting off benefits, or if the warnings of the past week were simply to paint a narrative and add political pressure on reopening the government. Because let's not play like we're all dumb here. Like most of us and most of the people that are giving commentary on this have lived through several government shutdowns. It is always Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, the programs that starving, poverty-stricken Americans rely on, because no party wants to be the face of starvation. No party wants to be the face of taking us back to, the bread lines of the 1920s. No party wants to really usher in the Great Depression. So everybody has their pressure points, and we have midterms coming up, and not to mention presidential candidates are also already campaigning for 2028, if we're being quite clear. So messages on the USDA website is blaming the radical lefts for the shutdown, while leaders of states like Pennsylvania and New York are blaming Republicans. So this is about a penis measuring contest. They want to see who has the biggest cock and who's going to F people over the hardest. This is just really it. It's just really it. So while everybody's going crazy and people have been upset about changes to the SNAP program and the things, right, exactly, politics and the changes that have been going on, are you upset for no reason? Are you buying into the narratives? Are you a part of the problem? Is this more just fodder to keep the American public asleep and not aware of what is actually happening on the Hill? Because while they're pushing this food stamp crisis in your face, they are still trying to champion for support for illegal immigrants. And that's another thing I have a little bit of issues about. Like, I'm so tired of watching people like Jasmine Crockett and other political figures say, well, immigrants, we're not talking about immigrants. America is a country that is founded on immigration. Give us your tired, give us your poor, huddled masses. That is literally on Lady Liberty in Ellis Island. So it's not about immigration. It's not about immigrants. It's about people that are illegally here, whether they overstayed visas and they didn't go home when they were supposed to, or if they snuck their way into the country. This is ultimately what the issue is. And when you have taxpayers and American citizens, 42 million to be precise, that are facing starvation, what does that do to America? Let's break it down. If in fact 42 million people are in a crisis come November 1st, this means there's going to be an uptick in crime. This means there's going to be overexertion of state resources. This means that food pantries are going to be overtaxed. They're not going to have enough food for people, which usually means there's going to be some B&Es. People are going to be robbing from stores, which means you're going to have more stringent access to grocery stores like Walmart, like Costco, HEB, Family Dollar, whatever. Anywhere that there's food, they're going to have limitations on how you can access it and on who can access it. So while people are chim chimney for people on food stamps, this does have repercussions for people that pay cash benefits as well. You're going to probably start having to prepay your groceries and picking it up, because people not going to want to deliver, because even the people that DoorDash groceries to people's house, Instacart groceries to people's houses, Uber groceries to people's houses are going to be targets of crime. Hardworking American citizens. Or did that not occur to anybody? Anybody on? Is this thing on? Is anybody listening? See, a lot of people talk a lot of shit because it's always trendy to talk trash. And I hate the narrative that people are making that it's just black women. It's just black women. I saw somebody today make fun of a woman getting kicked in the face. Like, well, she was crazy, so a man kicking her in the face was cool. And I was like, yo, is this the morality and the politics of the community? But these are leaders. These are leaders that are so hopelessly inept and don't know what they're talking about, that even when women of color, black and brown women, are talking about the impact of a food stamp shortage, they try to characterize and paint them out as thieves, or if they're on food stamps and then go to their social media pages and pull up the fact that they're young and they're living their best life and doing whatever it is that they want to do, under the assumption that because it's a woman of color that she has to be on food stamps or social services. This is just another one of these talking points and trending topics that is used for people to perpetuate their natural stereotypes and hate. I wish people would be smart enough not to be so transparent in the bullshit that they spew, especially when they call themselves journalists or content creators. But we're going to look at the impact of food stamps and the food stamp situation across multiple cultures, multiple genders in this society. Let's begin. So simple.
My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
Trump done cut them food stamps off.
If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have two, don't go having another one. If you have one, don't go having two more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scamps. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number, in that ratio. It's been day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching a video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
That's just a brief overview, right? The thing that always strikes me with that is when people are like, well, it's your responsibility to take care of my kids. It is your own responsibility to take care of the children that you create. It's not the taxpayer's responsibility to do so. And what I need a lot of people that have that type of rhetoric on social media to understand is you're on social media, which means you are streaming or broadcasting to people that are within your economic pool. Please stop getting on social media and having food challenges and then begging people to supply the food that you want to cook. Please stop getting on social media and begging for cash apps and super chats just so that you can eat, pay your rent, pay your lights, pay your gas, buy soap, buy toilet paper, buy a shower curtain. Stop begging. Everybody is out here down bad. This economy has been upside down for a very, very long time. Housing prices are through the roof. Food prices are through the roof. Prices for cars, insurance, gas, all of that, clothes, everything is through the roof. So when somebody is giving you something, they're giving you something out of the goodness of their heart. But just because you have a social media presence does not, in fact, mean that you are owed anything from anybody. Like in America, there is this major entitlement issue on all sides of the aisle, and it's absolutely disgusting. But let's get into our next clip because this one really took me for a ride.
Stamps went from 4,400 in food stamps every month to $38. What am I supposed to get with $38 with 6 kids? How the hell am I supposed to support my kids on $38 in food stamps? Not to mention our disability checks on hold. Our Section 8, my rent isn't getting paid tomorrow. So I have to come up with $1,100. Okay? I am allergic to work. I can't work. I refuse to work. The whole reason I had kids was the amount of government benefits that you get for one child. And now, with the dependent age being 7 and younger, none of my kids are dependents now. None of them, because they're all older than 7. So how am I supposed to live? How do I feed my kids on $38? This is not okay. Not okay.
I'm convinced niggas don't know what they want.
My bad, y'all. Now, whether she's fake or whether she's not, I don't think she's fake because I have seen a couple of videos from that particular woman, right? But here's the thing. Even if they did cut your food stamps down, so what? Is it unfortunate that, you know, in the bottom of the ninth, you got to pivot and make a change? Yeah, of course, that's unfortunate, but you got to do what you got to do. Yes, BG, a whole sorry person. Like, $38, you know what $38 is going to get you? $38 will get you about a 10-pound bag of beans, about a 25-pound bag of rice, and maybe some fresh vegetables, and then you got to go to work. This is why we have an obesity epidemic in the United States of America, because everybody thinks that food should be on tap. You know what I noticed? Nobody ever asks where the food comes from. We have farms that, you know, don't want to pay American citizens a livable wage or a minimum wage and benefits and everything else to help them farm these lands, but grocery is through the roof. And if you want to get fruit that's labeled organic, even though all the soil in America is the same quality and it's all affected by the same acid rain that comes from the sky, you're going to pay an arm and an ass just to eat a piece of fruit that you think looks better. The gag and the drag of it all is I know elderly people, 70s, that get $23 a month for food stamps. I know pregnant women that if they have a job, they get $16 a month for food stamps. So this illusion that everybody that is on food stamps is getting a copious benefit, that's actually not very much true. Food stamps are predicated upon the income that you have coming into the house. And it does also factor in child support. So if you're not working at all, you may get a bigger benefit. But if you're working to any capacity, you don't really get that much food stamps. And it's an alarming amount of people that work in America, but their wages keep them near poverty level because the way inflation is set up. Right, they need a scapegoat. The way inflation is set up. So food stamps is the least of your worries. And then when we look at the GDP, food stamps is not a big portion of the GDP. But let's look at this next one and I'll tell you exactly what portion it is. But watch this.
I'm sick of the food stamp offense, okay? Okay, hang on. Before I get myself worked up, I just came here to talk about how I went from literally $1,700 in food stamps for a family of 3, okay? I don't work. I stay home every day. I'm not able to work, so I should be getting the maximum amount. Especially because he needs cereal, chips, pop. He needs all that. And I need my energy drink. So I'm not going to have this taking me down from that much. And they took me all the way down to $120, which they didn't even tell me why. I just got this notice in here. It says they were cutting me back on food stamps. So now I'm really going to have to cut back on everything. He's not going to be able to have his pop no more. He's not going to be able to have his cereal every day for breakfast and his chips that he eats all day long. Wow. Great. Thanks.
Because children should be eating pop, cereal, and chips all day long, right? Right? Is that a nutritious, balanced diet? I don't think so. But here's the thing. The SNAP program is actually 1.5% of all federal spending. We put that in the chat so you can have it and you can know. In the fiscal year 2024, the federal government spent about $100.3 billion on SNAP, which was about 1.5% of all federal spending, according to USA Facts. So who is being gaslit here? how many people that are doing content on this really understand the numbers? Because everybody swears to God they're an economist, they're a statistician, that they understand what's going on in our government, that they're abundant, and this program is a massive strain on the economy. Meanwhile, hey love, the biggest portion of the GDP is spent on everything else. They spend more money on peanut research. Because the first time I watched the filibustering on the Congress floor, and I saw the amount of money they spent on peanut research, I was confused. Because the percentage of research and development for agricultural in the GDP is about 3.5%. Mm-hmm. So research and development for agriculture is higher than what they spend on the SNAP program. And y'all think that single mothers and poverty-stricken Americans and working Americans that are not getting a livable wage enough to feed their family, that's the issue? And don't worry, as you guys know, I'm always going to drop a link in the chat because I'm about that life. I don't believe in misinformation. And there's too many supposed content creators out here feeding you misinformation. And I'm tired of it. I can't even take it anymore. They got a whole bunch of bullshit, a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. Let me watch my mouth. I'm trying not to cuss so much. Now, let's look at this tomfoolishness, this tomfoolery. This made me sick to my stomach. Please watch.
Everybody came into Walmart bum rushing, stealing, like filling up buggies, running out the store, like just putting all the groceries in their cart because he want to cut off motherfucking food stamps. Y'all, this shit is crazy. Like, I think y'all are getting y'all food stamps in November, or maybe some of y'all is not, but like they literally just had to like do emergency evacuation at our store because everybody came in going crazy over like food for their kids and shit. And I'm not gonna hold y'all, isn't this the same orange dude that y'all voted for to be in presidency? Like, isn't this the same dude, the same Lorax man y'all voted for? Like, y'all, this shit is crazy. They literally had to like evacuate all of the employees at my job to the back because everybody came in stealing. Everybody said fuck Christmas, fuck holidays, like we finna just take everything out this bitch. Like, this shit is crazy.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. Y'all must don't remember during Obama's presidency, huh? Sabaske, y'all don't remember? Sabaske, you remember. During Obama's presidency, President Obama stopped Congress from going on vacation around the holidays because they pulled the same stunts. They pulled the same stunts with the government shutdown. They were threatening to stop unemployment. They were threatening to cut off Medicaid. They were threatening to cut off food stamps. They were threatening to cut off Medicare. So why are people just trying to infuse their disdain for President Trump into the situation? Right, it's about freedom. In this country, anytime there's a government shutdown, they go back and forth about the petty ante shit. And they put 1.5% of the budget. Keep that in mind. Bear in mind. 1.5% of the GDP. This is what they are using to enforce $1.5 trillion to give medical treatment to illegal immigrants and take away from the taxpayer dollars. Meanwhile, how many states have a massive homeless problem? I will wait. It's about to be wintertime. Instead of focusing on illegal immigrants and saying how horrible ICE is, we should be worried about our fellow Americans that are going to be sleeping on park benches, sleeping on cardboard boxes, being actually, pigeonholed and outside freezing with frostbite, food insecurities, social disparities of health, economic hubris during these upcoming harshly cold months. I live in Arkansas. It's very cold tonight. It's 65 degrees. And this is one of the hottest states in the country, quite literally. We get triple digit heat out here. So I can imagine, matter of fact, let me go to my weather app and see how cold it is in places like New York and California. It's 51 degrees in North Carolina. It's 56 degrees in Atlanta. It's 52 degrees in New York. Okay? In DC, it's 52. In Houston, it's 77. It's starting to get cold out here, but y'all are worried about illegal immigrants? Somebody's got to make it make sense. Let's continue. Now, this is also foolish bullshit. Okay, I have to keep it a stack with y'all. Any woman or man that is coming out here saying, well, I'm lazy in my lifestyle and it's up to the taxpayers to take care of me. All of you need to have a big glass of bleach, because at the end of the day, I know it is cold in Colorado. I love me some Colorado, but Colorado freezes. And you will freeze your butt off messing around in Colorado. But the reality is y'all are raising children. And I don't know if y'all heard that. Did y'all even hear that? Nope, y'all didn't even hear that. So I'm going to share that and I'm going to run it back. Because y'all didn't hear it. Off of y'all are raising children. So if you are downtrodden and you're in a place of economic devastation, of course, use the programs that are available to help you build back up to some use in society. But what exactly are you teaching your children? Y'all are teaching generational disparities. And I want you to listen to it again, because this is not a Black woman. But they'll tell you it's only Black people. So let's listen again.
Child support. I live off of EBT. I've been living a very good life for like the past 14 years, okay?
Wait a second.
Like, who in their right mind would want to give that up? So you mind your business. You continue going to work so I could continue living my lazy lifestyle.
If you want to see the full reaction video.
Ma'am, are you okay? Yes, generational disparity. Never in my life have I ever seen a generation of people that are so ridiculously useless. We have a whole generation of children that are not producing people at all. And people think that that's a flex. Oh, well, these kids ain't having kids no more. Hey, foot soldiers, these people aren't having kids anymore. Guess what, stupid? This generation not contributing to global population means that as the elderly age out and expire, and this generation becomes the elderly, there is a generational gap of viable workers. This is why Social Security is consistently a conversation. There will be no workers paying into Social Security benefits. Therefore, Social Security benefits will not be able to be paid. Because if you guys didn't know, Social Security benefits that are paid today are paid off of tax dollars that are generated today. Right. You say it again, foot soldier. People on disability can't even get food stamps because of income. And I know people on disability that get the bottom of the barrel. If they're lucky, maybe $40, maybe $10, $20, and they are still counted in the number of people on food stamps. But y'all check out my Bay Cellulite podcast, because he's going to be doing a very deep dive into the political nature and the differences between SNAP benefits and TANF, which demographics actually exploit and use TANF more, the differences between working people, because you can work and get SNAP, but you cannot work and get TANF. Okay, this is a much broader and deeper conversation, and I'm so sick and tired of people minimalizing this shit to per capita, race baiting, status quo, and overlooking the fact that we have a problem in America. In America, we have a big population. We're supposed to be the greatest country, and we have a big population of people that are not being paid well. I need y'all to understand that the federal minimum wage is still today $7.25. So if you're making anything over than that, then that's your state, and that's at their discretion. But, you know, as long as it sounds like a hot bar, right? As long as it's a good talking point, this is what we're going to sit out there and keep saying. But we are meant to listen to people that do this, because these people are supposed to be leaders. No, you're not leaders. You're panderers and you're grifting. No, you're not leaders. You're panderers and you're grifting, because leaders know how to have a 4D chess perspective and look at the whole board to understand what the problems are. This is why everybody is not meant to be a politician, and this is why everybody doesn't need to speak on politics. This is why certain people that are up on that hill need to stop making salacious commentary and trying to get viral TikTok moments and focus on the issues. This is why we need people in our society to call that out without ridicule or hate because of the color of their skin. This is why nobody should just vote along party lines based off their color. This is why people need to be actually educated when it comes to election times. This is why people need to participate in midterm elections, presidential elections, local elections, to understand the political system that drives the United States of America. We are talking about all of this money going to the military, and does the United States government actually need to be involved in all the military, initiatives that they're involved in? Maybe not, especially when we can't take care of the home front. Because you don't see China sending their military everywhere. You don't see none of the European countries sending their military everywhere. You don't see the African government sending their military anywhere. Australia sending them everywhere. Only America. And we are trillions of dollars in debt. And I also need people to understand the devastating economic impact that COVID-19 had globally. During COVID-19, the United States of America gained like $22 trillion in debt. Be so for real. And I'm sorry, I can't respect it. I can't respect a lot of content creators anymore. Anyway, let's continue.
And there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the month just so my kids can't eat, because SNAP benefits is all we fucking get. I need somebody to please fucking tell me he's lying. I can't. What the fuck am I gonna do? Oh, fuck.
If you want to see the full...
That is also a non-melanated person of color. Stop being so ignorant to think that food stamps is primarily going to melanated people. It's not. And unfortunately, there needs to be an educational component that comes along with SNAP benefits. Because what I am seeing categorically across all social media platforms, across everybody that is uploading content and complaining about this, whether it's talking about the people that receive food stamps or the people that are complaining that they won't have enough food to feed their families come the first of the month, apparently you weren't taught how to budget. Apparently you weren't taught how to shop. Apparently you think that you were supposed to spend your food stamps on the feel-good, eat-quick items. Yeah, feel-good, eat-quick items are amazing, but they're ridiculously expensive. A lot of people in America in particular need to understand your dollar is going to stretch longer if you buy food that needs to be prepared. Stop buying all of these instant ready-made meals. Stop buying all this bullshit ass hot pockets and little shit like that if you really can't afford it. It's nice to have a treat, but buy some chicken. Buy some pork if you eat pork. Buy some beef if you eat beef. Buy beef roast. Buy a whole chicken. Let me give you a pro tip. If you buy a whole chicken will cost you $10 max. From that whole chicken, you can get 2 chicken breasts, 2 chicken thighs, 2 chicken wings. You can bust it down Tatiana. Make chicken broth using some onions, some celery, some carrot, a bouquet de garni. Let it, you know what I'm saying? Let it boil down in the pot, skim off the fat and the excess toxins that come up. Let it just simmer down, and you have you a homemade chicken broth. And that one chicken can save you a whole bunch of money. So you could spend $10 and have chicken broth for the whole month. And you could take one chicken and feed it and make a meal that would feed your family for the whole week. See, in America, we too bougie. We too good for leftovers. Y'all be buying food that sits in your refrigerator and it goes to waste. And then the last week of the month, if you on food stamps, you in a crisis because you can't feed your family. What are we talking about right now? The whole entire culture in the United States of America in regards to food needs to change, and quickly. Let's continue.
So just those two? Oh, what's that one? Oh my, they didn't say which one? Girl, they ain't take the muffins? That's a deal, $188. Oh my God, that's crazy. Not even a juice?
The juice, yeah. No.
They didn't take the juice for real? When they started that? It must have been this month. You get food stamps? Bro, this shit is crazy. You feel like it's everything shit.
They got 67.51.
So what's the rest? Girl, did they take the Reese's?
Let me see.
Make sure they take the Reese's. They ain't taking the juice. Y'all take the juices though. The green juice. No. The Reese's, they didn't take the Reese's. Food stamps is on right now. They don't even take it. Look, y'all made the lady cut the light off. No, it's okay. Come on. Let's just get the stuff. Come on. Oh, she said keep it. She gonna keep it.
Okay.
Huh, what's the balance? Well, so we can't buy no kids.
$14. $14.90.
$14.92. Okay. They don't take Reese's no food stamps no more. No candy. So they went live when they said they're gonna take out all the snacks. They're taking away all the snacks on BT. What's the point of having it? That made me cry. That told me that shit. No kidding. So they went live when they said they're gonna take out all the snacks. They're taking away.
Now, this is not to be funny, but this is the same person or type of person that would be mad at the insurance for not covering Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. See, everybody now in America believes in a magic pill, a magic shot, anything at all instead of eating healthy. That should be a non sequitur when you go to the grocery store. If you go to buy candy or juice or something like that and they say they ain't covering it, is it something that you really need? When we start looking at the actual health crisis in America, which is obesity, which is diabetes, which is cardiovascular issues, which is cancer, carcinogens are found primarily in processed foods, especially with red 40, aspartame. See, I don't get up here on my soapbox like that because, I try to really keep this, a little light entertainment. But this topic, it particularly hits home in the hard way because I do have a strong background in science and medical endeavors. But as I sit right at the job that I do every day, I hear people calling in and they're like, well, why do I have to get a prior authorization for my Wegovy and my Ozempic? Well, what you mean I don't meet the criteria? Do you know how expensive those medications are? Can we talk about all the diabetics that are having an issue getting access to those medications, the people who those medications were made for? So yeah, food stamps maybe should shut off. Maybe some people need a reality check. Maybe some people need to go back and look at, documentary pieces from the Great Depression and realize that people were on bread lines in 1920s. There was no food to be had and everybody had to go out and work hard or go catch some food in order to eat. But, let's continue.
Food stamps. And yes, a letter was sent to states to tell them to withhold releasing funds to recipients, dear. And in that letter, they were talking about the shutdown. But that's not what's going on. No, baby, I've got the entire cup of tea. So what you may not know is that back in May, the current regime sent letters all across the US of A to the SNAP departments, to the EBT departments, requesting data on EBT recipients, those who receive food stamp benefits, going all the way back, this is important, all the way back to 2020. Now, what was going on in the United States in 2020? The flu-pocalypse. And because of the flu-pocalypse, people in the United States were receiving SNAP benefits that had never received SNAP benefits before under emergency SNAP benefits. Millions of Americans who had never received SNAP benefits before were receiving them because we were in a national emergency because of the flu-pocalypse. Just like people who had never before qualified for unemployment because they were 1099 employees were receiving unemployment benefits because we were in a crisis here. Okay. So it's safe to say that a whole lot of the people who started freshly and newly receiving benefits in 2020 are no longer receiving those benefits anymore because that emergency is over. Right? Right. Now, blue states refute 27 states turned over that data. Red states, they turned over that data to the federal government about who in their state receives these SNAP benefits. And this isn't regular data. This is all your personal information. You see, we already give data to the federal government about SNAP benefits, not the names of the people who receive it or their home or addresses or their social security numbers or all that other stuff that you put on those applications. Just data about how many people are receiving the benefits and what the amounts are. That's normal. But asking for all this personal data is not normal. And blue states came out to say, nope, we're not sending you this data because this is just another play by this regime to collect data on Americans for surveillance for immigration operations. And they refused to send in that private data to the current regime. And it pissed off the current regime, dear. It did. It pissed them off because legally, these states don't have to turn over that data. They don't have to. Nope.
So you understand what she's saying, right? What she is saying is because so many people received emergency services during COVID-19, that now there are people that are on these programs that do not belong on these programs. So effectively what they are doing is trying to do a 7-Eleven reset. I mean, that might fall under NWO, but I'm be quiet though. Y'all ain't heard that from me. Global reset, financial balance and reckoning. Can you survive? But let's continue. So now that these states don't want to give the government the actual data, they're like, all right, you don't want to give us the data, so we're not going to fund it. In addition to the government shutdown, it's a perfect storm. But y'all right, it's just about, you know, the people, the women's that ain't going to get social services. What about all the men that are on social services too? What about all the children that are going to be affected? What about all the elderly that are going to be affected? What about all the disabled that are going to be affected? What about all the veterans that are going to be affected? You're right. Let's just make it a joke. Let's continue.
They don't have to. And it's pissed off the current administration. So in a play to try to force democratic states to hand over your private information, they're threatening to withhold benefits. And it's an empty threat because the federal government doesn't have the authority to come into your state and force EBT to withhold your benefits. However, alarm bells should be going off for you today if you are living in a red state, because these 27 red states complied right away in May and handed over that data to the regime. So there's no reason to believe that those red states wouldn't once again comply with the administration and withhold those benefits. Now, if you live in a red state, your red state actually has the right to deny this request legally and still issue you your EBT benefits, dear. They don't have the right to stop it in any kind of way. We're going to have to see how this plays out today.
Now, this is another fallacy. There are people that are working on Capitol Hill right now, cleaning toilets, not getting paid. Police officers, not getting paid. Military, not getting paid. But they got the right, they have to give you your food stamps. See, this is the level of misinformation. The only people that are getting paid from a capacity of governments, in fact, are the congressmen and women and the senators that are on the Hill. What are we talking about here? And then the fact of trying to paint a narrative that Republicans are bad and the Democrats are good because they're not giving your private information. Newsflash, when you sign up for public programs, you don't necessarily have the right for privacy. This is the same thing that they were the same narrative that they were trying to paint with Elon Musk. So you share all your private information, your personal information to get a government benefit. And then when the government wants to know who's getting the benefits, now all of a sudden it's supposed to be state secrets. Miss me with the bullshit. Let's continue.
But it's making the current regime look very, very guilty, honey. That they're just wanting to collect data, just like Blue State said, for their little immigration and surveillance plays. And imagine the amount of data on Americans they would receive.
This is another thing I have to talk about. Like with the immigration crisis, are you people serious? Be for real. Be for real. ICE did not just pop up during the Trump administration. ICE has been diligently working for the better part of more than 20 years to protect our borders and keep illegal aliens out. Even down to how they investigate marriages of convenience or green card marriages. Are we serious or we're not serious? Like, it's the stupidity for me. I used to work in a jail, in a correctional facility, and the ICE unit was the largest unit on the damn jail. And most of the prisoners there have been there for the longest time. And they were bringing in new people all the time. So the fact that y'all are trying to, and this and another thing I heard that really pissed me off. Oh, well, these federal agents are playing at being ICE. Are you stupid or are you slow? ICE is a federal agency. Hello? Is anybody's brain working? ICE is a federal agency that needs help from other agencies to do their job because we are overrun with illegal immigrants. What are we talking about? So when the Navy calls in the Army, are they Army men pretending to be Navy men? When the Marines call the Navy to come in and back them up, are the Navies pretending to be Marines? When all of them calling the Air Force to pull a strike, is the Air Force just trying to be everybody? Or is it just too many people that are just talking on social media and don't actually know how the government works? They don't know the three branches of government. They don't know what the GDP is. They don't know that political party really doesn't matter except for in a majority vote when it comes to passing a bill. They don't even know right now that the Democrats have enough to stop the filibuster and push it to a vote. There's 60 Democrats. They could push it to a vote. What are we talking about right now? Do you actually know the numbers of representatives that are on the Hill on both sides of the aisle? Nah, because y'all just want to sit there and say the orange man, because every single president throughout history, time immemorial, has been hated by the masses for whatever reason. The only president that actually had good popularity votes was JFK, and you see what happened to him. Customer facing, everything was all good, but behind the scenes, honey, he was in a world of trouble. He didn't even know. There was problems with Reagan. There was problems with Nixon. There was problems with Bush 1 and 2. There was problems with Obama. There was problems with Trump. So what exactly are we talking about? Y'all just lick and suck up in the ass crack of whatever policy or whatever party is making you feel good. But nobody's talking about how the Democratic Party told you they were going to reduce student debt and eliminate that, have debt forgiveness. And that was stopped in Congress and nothing ever happened with that. We ain't going to talk about that. President Trump is trying to do some things to fix your credit and adjust your credit so that your credit is more accurate in its reporting. We ain't talking about that though. Why y'all ain't saying nothing about the orange man trying to do that though? And it's crazy to me how during a presidency, a president is looked at as the worst person ever. And then directly after their presidency, when the next president comes in, the previous president is lauded to be the best. While Biden was in office, y'all were calling him Sleepy Joe. Now y'all trying to act like the man didn't do no wrong when he was in office. What is going on here? Somebody stupid and damn sure ain't me. Anyway, let's continue. Listen to this lady and her bullshit.
Through EBT going all the way back to 2020. They will receive data and personal private information on American citizens who no longer even receive these benefits, dear. It would be a huge data haul, wouldn't it? But either way, from everything that I can find today, they legally cannot stop you from receiving your benefits. They can't claim it's a shutdown, because that wouldn't cause you to not receive your benefits, dear. They can't claim.
She's right. They can't, because there's a $6 million contingency plan, and it's based off of your state's government. Get it to it. Get it to it. What are we talking about? Because we're not even listening to her no more because she's stupid. I'm sorry. What does this say? Let me stretch out this screen a little bit for y'all real quick. Just a little bit. All I really need is a little bit. Give me 1 minute. Damn it to hell. Hold on, y'all. Why Obama just cut food stamps by $8.7 billion. What? Obama. This is from 2014. Why y'all not talking about when Obama cut your food stamps by $8.7 billion? If this is about the food stamps and how much, how much of an entitlement that it is to the American public. So we're just not going to talk about that? We're just not going to talk about that, huh? That didn't happen? It's not real to you, therefore it doesn't exist? I just want to know real quick. And I can put that link in the chat as well. And I'll put these links in the description bar as well. Like, what are we talking about for real? Oh, absolutely nothing. I need people to shut up talking. Stop talking to me. Stop talking on social media. Because clearly at this point, a lot of people just have no clue what the fuck it is that they're talking about. This is a governmental play that is ran every time they want to have a stimulus package and they want to play in the American people's faces. But let's look at this one.
This is ridiculous. I can't do this. They don't take it for none of the chip. None of the chip. None of the food.
I can't bring no more.
Only these. Okay, good. You're gonna have to come back.
Do it again.
Okay, we're only gonna be able to get the vegetables.
Yeah, fine.
Then we'll take the these out. We can only get the broccoli now. The broccoli, the vegetables. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, stay Yeah.
How you supposed to survive off broccoli and lettuce? How you supposed to survive off of cakes and cookies? This is stupid shit. And people are literally filming themselves being this ridiculous.
We're gonna have to come back. Okay, this is all. Everything else.
Yeah,
Go back. All of it.
Who did you vote for and everything else has to go back? Like, are we serious or we're not serious right now? You're not embarrassed that you go with your kids to the supermarket paying for food with food stamps, but you're embarrassed that you have to pay your hard-earned money to get snacks. If that's the case, snacks should be a treat, not an entitlement. Anyway, let's continue, because this one also is interesting.
I want us on food stamps, right? Y'all prefer us to work. But in this economy, even people that's working need food stamps. And the saddest part about it is that a lot of these jobs not even hiring to begin with. So people that's on food stamps, a lot of them not even choosing to be on food stamps. These jobs not even hiring like they should be. The job market is trash. And a lot of y'all in the comments like, well, you shouldn't need food stamps. Y'all don't get this by now? We in a whole new world today, baby. Even a person making up to 100K a year could use some food stamps right now. You get what I'm saying? And when you get to a point where you're taking food out of people's mouths, it can get dangerous. People are going to start taking it. Do you hear me? People are going to start taking that food. They're not going in there asking no. They're going to start taking that food. Why? Because we have to eat. We have to eat. Point blank, period. People die if they don't eat. What do you mean it's crazy for people to say they're going to walk in the store and just take the food? What else are they going to do? Because let's be real about it. These jobs don't even pay people enough to even survive regardless. Then when we try to use the food stamps that's put in place for people that's struggling, that'd be the first thing they try to take away. You get what I'm saying? They think it's a game and it's nothing funny about it. So when these motherfuckers start walking in these stores and taking what they need for dinner for their families and their kids, I don't want to hear shit. Because it's a lose-lose situation regardless. With a 9 to 5, without a 9 to 5. You can work in 2 jobs and still struggling. People with jobs need food stamps. People that's on food stamps without a job can't get a job because the job market sucks. And even if they do have a job, they still can't fucking afford food. So y'all that's judging in the comments, something, why would you steal? People need to feed their families. Point blank, period. Bye.
So people do need to feed their families. But what I do notice in a lot of these videos is these people are on the best phones, right? They're on the best phones. You're on the best phones, broadcasting with filters, with makeup, with lashes, with your hair done, nails done, everything did. Money that could be going to your food budget. People not going to starve. They're just going to have to sacrifice the bullshit that they like to waste their money on and prioritize feeding their families. But again, a lot of people don't know how to budget in America, and this is a major problem. This is why we also have an overwhelming credit crisis as well.
Been 7 days since I lost my food stamps. So I have not been able to afford groceries. I did get my cash assistance for this month. Section 8 didn't pay my rent yesterday. So now I have to come up with $1,100 that I don't have, okay? $1,100, where am I gonna come up with that? I don't have a job. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not going to get a job. I've never had a job. I'm not going to do it now, okay? I have been on welfare benefits for 13 years.
She's been on welfare benefits for 13 years. She's never had a job. She's not going to get a job, but she has a bunch of tattoos. For those of you that don't know, tattoos are very expensive. You're looking at least $750 on her arm. God forbid whatever tattoo she has on the rest of her body. Now, she also has 2 gauge piercings in her ear. So is it that she never had enough money, or she chose to budget poorly? Even in the background, it looks like, you know what I'm saying, she got a little Bath and Body Works and shit like that back there, but you ain't gonna get no job because you've been on welfare for 13 years. Somebody's got to make it make sense. Let's continue. She got jewelry on and shit like that. She got highlights in her hair. Bleach is expensive. Them ends is bleached out though. They done hit a good level 3 at least. That's a level 3. When they was first done, it was probably a level 1 with a little bit of color, a little bit of toning and shit like that. That shit costs money. But you right. Can't nobody feed their kids. Can't nobody pay their rent. Eyebrows did and shit. Let's continue.
And now they decide they want to put a time limit on this. It has been 13 years that I have received almost $10,000 a month in benefits. And now you expect me to just get up and find that $10,000 somewhere else. I have 6 mouths to feed. 6 mouths. It has been a week. I have not been able to put food in this house. I now have to come up with rent. Yes, I got my nails done today. Yes, I got my eyelashes done today. Yes, I got my eyebrows done today. Okay? Because just because I can't pay my bills does not mean I have to go around looking like a bum. So yes, I did get my nails done. Sue me, okay? Sue me. Oh.
Nobody has to sue you. Your stomach is gonna sue you when you're not looking like a bum, but your belly is in the back of your back. See, this is priorities, not in alignment. And this shit got 6,273 likes. A lot of Americans are bums. Whether they're on food stamps, whether they're not on food stamps. When they're renting from somebody where they got to lie about their income and get co-signers for their apartments and shit. When they got these expensive ass cars that's costing them like $1,000 a month between the car payment and the insurance, but they don't got no life insurance. They ain't putting no money away, saving no money for no rainy days. It's bum shit. Let's continue. If y'all really start looking at y'all butt, let's continue.
$1,100 is a lot different than $80. Okay, I had $80 to get my nails and everything else done. I don't have $1,100. I have over 200,000 followers on my main account and I can't get one person to help me. Not one person. When it is your responsibility as a taxpayer to support me and my children. Where are you at?
Where you at, taxpayers? It's your responsibility to let her waste $80 on nails and all this other bullshit instead of trying to come up with $1,020 for the rest of that rent. See, I have friends out here that they grind heavy. I grind hard too. I've been working since 8 o'clock this morning. It's 10 o'clock at night, almost 11 o'clock at night. I've been grinding all day and I'm doing my little show or whatever. Getting money every which way we can. I have one friend, she's a waitress. She got a regular job and she waitress so that she can have liquid cash and still have money to pay her bills. You mean to tell me because you popped out some kids, that means that everybody else should take care of you? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so, and I ain't going. Anyway, let's continue.
How many baby daddies I have? Why are you asking me why I don't work? First of all, I have 7 baby daddies, okay? The reason I did that was so that I don't have to work. So that I can raise my kids, so I can take care of my kids. There's so many mothers out there that do this. And in order to make ends meet, yes, I do live off the government. I am on Section 8. I do get $2,000 in food stamps per month. I'm not getting enough. Honestly, I need more. How am I supposed to keep up with their needs? They like to eat their cookies, they like to eat their donuts, their cakes, their chips, their pizza. I can't buy their pop. How am I supposed to make ends meet if I'm only getting $2,000 a month in food stamps? I need more.
What the hell type of fat behind kids you got that $2,000 can't feed no 7 kids? I'm just saying real quick, like the audacity of these TikToks and these reels and these shorts is irking the F out of me. I spend I'm going to say probably $800 a month for a family of 4, right? And that's because I work. If I was on a limited income and I knew I didn't have no way to make no other money, trust me, that would get cut in half expeditiously. Because most of the shit I spend money on is bullshit. Let's keep it frank. Most of us do. Chips is not necessary for kids to live. Pizza is not necessary for kids to live. You feeding them cardboard anyway. Soda is not necessary for kids to live. Chips and cookies, come on, man. Be so for real. Be so for real. Growing up, if we had chips or we had cookies or cakes or anything like that, it was on a birthday. It was at a party. It was on a special occasion. It wasn't every day, all day, 25/8. And look at that bathroom. You get $2,000 a month in food stamps, but your towel is falling off in the bathroom. You on Section 8. That means Section 8 should be able to come through and take care of that. Big ass pile of dirty ass clothes behind it. You ain't even trying to wash your clothes in that counter in that bathroom. Don't particularly look too clean either. Look at that shirt. Neck all stretched out. But she got tattoos. This is another one with a whole bunch of tattoos. Come on now, be for real. What up, JJ? Be for real.
Y'all are not asking the right questions. I should be asking why I'm not getting more than $2,000 a month in food stamps.
You should stop smoking crack. Because I want to know why a woman like you that has 7 baby daddies and should be getting child support from all 7 of them baby daddies is getting $2,000 a month, but elderly women that are 71 years old is getting $25 a month. That means you laid up and had a whole bunch of kids for a whole bunch of bums that you qualify for food stamps. Be so for real. If you qualify for food stamps and you have multiple baby daddies, that means they ain't giving you no income. That means they ain't making no money. That means you done laid up with the wrong one, and I don't care what nationality of woman that you are. Miss me with it. So sick and disgusting. Right, by stop putting your legs in the air. Say it again, Cookie. Let's continue.
Nerve to be talking about no food stamps for November. On Thanksgiving? I know y'all not coming like that. Let me find out y'all trying to say Thanksgiving is canceled. I'm at the store right now getting my turkey right now. You can fuck around if you want to. What? I'm so sick of this shit, y'all. We can't have any fucking thing. Tender young turkey. This ain't even big enough. I need me like a butter bowl or some shit. But actually, scratch the butter bowl after what happened last year. Y'all was wildin'. Scratch that. I actually might fuck around do some duck this year, y'all. I'm feeling fancy. Duck anyone? Mind you, a bitch like me don't even get food stamps because that's besides the point. You playing with too many families. Right before the motherfucking holidays? No benefits for November? Okay, so I should be benefiting from everything being free. Starting with the motherfucking groceries, because y'all actually been wilding for way too long anyway with these prices. This is free because I'm taking it. Oh look, $6? No, $3.99. I'm done. Pissing me clean the fuck off. You wanna shut some shit down? Shut down the rent. Shut down the car notes. Shut down the cable. Shut down all the bills until y'all figure it out. Listen, check this out. If I don't eat properly this year on account of y'all fucking around, you gonna fuck around and find out. I promise you I'm not in the mood. I haven't been in the mood all year.
First of all, Shorty is funny, but Shorty's crazy right now. Like, Thanksgiving is not even that deep. Y'all get dressed up to go sit on somebody's couch to eat the same shit that you ate last year. My nigga. Y'all be beasting out on Thanksgiving, and what exactly are you celebrating? You're celebrating the massacre of Native American Indians. Get into it. Right, she is lost. Y'all worried about turkeys. Yo, I promise you right now, again, I'm going to take it back to the chicken. You get you a good fresh chicken, $7.98. Get you some sweet potatoes. All you need is about 4 of them bitches. They like $1 each. That's $4. You need a small pint of heavy cream. That's another $2.89. You need a box of butter. That's about $4. You need some lemon, because fresh lemon, not lemon juice concentrate. Fresh lemon, that's 69 cents. You need some green beans. You buy fresh green beans, you're talking about another $2-3. You need some onions, that's another $3. You need some cheese. Instead of getting the pre-shredded one, go ahead and get the block. Use your elbow grease and shred that shit down. You're talking about another $10 for the cheese, 89 cents for the elbow macaronis, maybe like $3-4 for the eggs. You can make a whole Thanksgiving dinner for under $50, for real. But y'all fat as hell. Y'all want to be making butterball turkeys and a ham and a this and a that and a third and a this and a that and a third and a blah 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 blah. Y'all be having Thanksgiving food in your refrigerator for 2 weeks, and then you wind up throwing half of it away. Again, it's the priorities for me. In the trash. Let's continue.
That was that video I made of my family of 7 living in a 2-bedroom apartment and me only paying $50. Somebody on here was so miserable to go report me that now they gave me an eviction notice for 30 days. So now I need a lawyer. Thanks to y'all taxpayers that are so mad that you're paying my $50 in rent for my 2-bedroom apartment for a family of 7. I don't know how y'all even found out where I live. It's a 10-story apartment building. Y'all found out where I live. Y'all contacted the housing people. I don't know what you said to them, but now me and my family's getting evicted and we're gonna be on the streets. So thanks a lot.
Because this is a thing. That's another thing too. Y'all be out here committing crimes and shit. Is all them people on your housing docket? Is all them people even supposed to be living there? I'm just saying real quick. Y'all out here committing crimes and documenting the fact that y'all committing crimes all over social media. And then y'all think because you on the internet that all of a sudden you are anonymous. Newsflash, Patriot Act. There is no anonymity on the internet. I don't care what these people telling you about VPNs. I don't care what these people telling you about being troll accounts. I don't care about none of that. None of that. Right, because if it was working, you wouldn't be in there. That way, you ain't anonymous on the internet. All of these apps you log into them with Google. And guess what? Once you start using Google, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, kid. They know where you are all the time. Y'all forget these cell phones track you. Y'all be out here tripping because you'll have a conversation with somebody and then Facebook will start showing you ads of what you was talking about. So if Facebook is showing you ads about what you having conversations about on the phone, what the hell makes you think your IP address is hidden? What the hell makes you think that you can't be found? Y'all want to sit there and put everything in your background and shit like that when you stream it. Y'all forget Google Earth is a thing. You forget all somebody got to do is take a screenshot, upload it to the Google image search, and it's going to locate you down to at least a good 5-mile radius, 2-mile radius, 1-mile radius, depending on what the background is. Y'all forget there are signifiers in your background. Yeah. Landmarks in your background and shit. Especially if you live all the time and you showing your whole neighborhood. You giving people the map, the blueprint of where you are. But y'all just want to be seen. I want to be somebody so bad that you put yourself in a badass position. Anyway, let's continue.
Came out of Publix. I borrowed my sister's food stamps. And guess what? I spent $300. No one told her to not be paying attention. Anyways, she was there cooking in my house, taking my food, okay? So I went ahead and I grabbed her food stamp card because guess what? Next month with the whole government shutdown, we're not getting food stamp, guys. Okay? Just saying. So I have to take advantage and I bought like $300 worth of like meat, chicken, you name it. Okay? So yeah, too bad, so sad. She's probably looking for me because she's been blowing up my phone. Like, where are you? I'm like, I'm gonna go shower. But that was like an hour ago. So she's probably like looking for me right now. So yes, I'm so excited. No one told her. Oh, and by the way, I didn't know her PIN number just because a few months ago I went with her shopping and I was like making sure I knew the PIN. So you know what? I grabbed that card, girl. Oh yeah. Okay, goodbye. You guys.
Now this is also another fool. 305 Jessica. Not only did you say you taking advantage, you on hashtag government shutdown, hashtag food stamps, hashtag sister, hashtag drama. Can't you get reported to the police because that's a crime? Stop. This person is seeking attention. Please do not reply. Move on with your day. Like, come on, man. Be for real. You're admitting to a federal crime. You're admitting to a federal crime because that's supposed to be cute. I'm just saying real quick. I just got to know, like, what manner of stupidity do these people exist in? Huh? Anyway, let's listen to this crazy lady. It's another one with one of these crazy ladies with the teeth messed up and the house a mess. Look at this house. Look at this house. Bleach stains all over the Carhartt hoodie. She can't feed her kids though. Counter looking a mess, cabinets all open, shit all over the place. You on food stamps, but you shopping a lot because there's a lot of bullshit all over the place.
Somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying right fucking now. Because what the fuck do you mean that I'm not gonna get my fucking SNAP benefits? What the fuck do you mean? Because what the fuck is happening? Do you understand that there are people like me who cannot work? Do you understand there are people like me who have kids who cannot eat? Do you understand there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the month just so my kids can't eat? Because SNAP benefits is all we fucking get. I need somebody to please fucking tell me he's lying. I can't. What the fuck am I gonna do?
dishes all in the sink, falling all on the floor.
Oh, fuck.
And I want you to know something. The cabinets is open, but you notice how there ain't no food in them cabinets? You getting food stamps, ain't no food in them cabinets. Where's the spices at? I'm saying, I know she's of the pale persuasion. I know they really, some of them don't like a lot of seasoning, but I'm just saying real quick, what the hell is happening in that background? What is it, Jesus?
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Breathe.
Child, please. Now let's go ahead and look. Her whole page is about fear mongering. She in the car. She chilling. She got her makeup done. All type of stuff. Like, be so for real. What is it? What is it? Okay, let's look at this one.
Hi, my babies. I'm officially moved into the new house, and I'm exhausted. My back hurts, my knees hurt, and my feet
And she's
hurt.
officially moved in.
And I feel like I could sleep for days. We got everything out in like 3 loads on Saturday, so it really didn't take us as long as I expected it to actually move everything, but the unpacking is slow going. I got about 30% through all of the boxes today. I got all of my stuff unpacked. The girls have been working on their own rooms aside from like the big stuff, so they've got a lot done already. My oldest absolutely loves having her own room. If she could.
Now she done just got a bigger place. She got issues with a dryer and whatever else. But food stamps is your problem? This was just in May, y'all. This just 5 months ago. 5 months ago, you was chilling because you was happy because you moved. But now food stamps is
keep her
the
bedroom
death
door
of you.
shut and keep her little siblings
It is
out.
the death of you. You got AirPods in your ear and shit like that. Fucking miss, yo. Let's listen to this last video, yo, because I am just about over it, honey. Over it.com.org.biz.
Gotta go. You said go to YouTube.
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? Huh? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay. I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country because I'm not dealing with this no more.
So here's the thing.
You talk to my mom. You need to be.
My bad, y'all. So here's the thing. For all the numbskulls in the back, right? It's just got to be said. It's got to be said one time for the one time. President Trump, under the current laws of the United States of America, cannot be voted in again. Are you stupid or are you slow? Are you stupid or are you slow? Which one is it? Because literally, presidents are relegated to 2 terms in the contiguous United States of America. So this is fear mongering. It's propaganda. It's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, it's both of them. I know it's both of them. You got people going into grocery stores and making content, tearing up the damn grocery store, tearing up at the food stamp office, like just making stuff on social media to get a click and a view. And I know families that are not getting thousands of dollars a month. Right, Trump's 2028. But if you were getting $2,800 and now you're down to $350, why is your pantry not full? Lord Jesus, God, let me get $2,800 in food stamps, bitch. You know what I'm finna have? I'm finna have all the pasta, all the beans, all the rice, all the canned vegetables, all the chili, all the yams. I'm gonna have beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes, rams, lambs, hog, you name it. All the tuna fish. I'm gonna have all the water. I'm gonna have all the juice mixes, honey. I'm gonna have all the dried milk. I'm gonna have every piece of food that I could fit into my house. I'm gonna have me a deep freezer, honey. I'm gonna fill it up with all the meat. Right, because they buying ho-hos and shit like that. Matter of fact, can I show y'all this cart without showing y'all my address? And that's why, it's because you voted for the orange-haired man. Y'all was stupid. At the end of the day, people that are sitting here thinking that politics has anything to do with the president being a dictator are the most ignorant people I've ever seen in my life. Get into it. The president is a figurehead. He's not a king. It is not a dictatorship. They work in collusion and coordination, if you will, together. Again, this takes it back to the top of the show where I said most people don't know about the 3 branches of governments and how they work together. Even those executive orders that President Trump wrote, guess what? They had to be voted into law. So what we talking about? I just want to know real quick. Or did you not know that? Did you not pay attention to the filibuster? This is the executive order that the president wants to pass. Is it a yay or is it no? Do you stay or do you go now? Huh? I just want to know real quick. The president does have the power to veto bills that are put into place, but it still has to be voted on. And there's still a quorum that can be held to repeal the vote. I'm just saying real quick. Are we really thinking or are we just talking to talk? Right, Bad Duck, that way. You got all these political pundits or these commentators or these chatters or whatever that say all manner of stupid shit, just stupid shit. Right, it's keep your cabinets full. Keep your cabinets full. Your mamas and daddies should have been teaching you that from the beginning of time. From you being in your house, man, you should have already known. I'm telling you right now. My grandmother, when I was growing up, every time I would go to my grandmother's house, my grandmother never had food in the refrigerator. We would always take a walk to Gristedes. I was just telling my husband about it the other day. We would take a nice long walk to Gristedes, get a couple of little pieces of the fresh food, bring it back to the house. But her cabinets was always full. Always full. Nowadays, y'all take a car ride to McDonald's. Y'all take a car ride to Wendy's and go get a 4 for $4. And I'm not judging anybody because guess what, sis, bro? I do it too. But the issue is when groceries in and of themselves supersede the cost of fast food items, and fast food is killing you. Yes, controlled opposition. When fast food is killing you. And when you're looking at the short term instead of the long term goal. Shout out to all the meal preppers. I spent $150 for meal prep for the week. It's the same meal every day. Tuna fish for lunch, avocado smoothies for breakfast, sardines and rice for dinner. Not for me, but for somebody that I love. But still, it's an affordable budget. It's long gone are the days, even on social media, even in the family blogs and the mommy sector, when you see people making this content, nobody's actually sitting down and doing a budget and showing you like how they're budgeting and how they're feeding their families of 4, their families of 3, their families of 2. Even if you want to get the bullshit, right? If you're going to get the bullshit, go places like Sam Clubs. I think I can show you guys this and not show you too much. So let me see something. Here we go. Yes, you can see, but you can't see. Not really. But, shit. Give me one moment, because I might be able to. Nah, it doesn't matter. But still, you could get Hot Pockets, right? 20 count, $15.88 at Sam's Club. At Sam's Club. You could get teriyaki power bowls, $13.88 at Sam's Club. You get a gallon of milk, $3.78 at Sam's Club. You get macaroni and cheese, 12 pack of macaroni and cheese. Ain't nothing wrong with eating some macaroni and cheese for dinner. $9.98. Do you know how much that is per box of macaroni? Let's do the math real quick. $9.98 divided by 12 is 83 cents a box. Get into it. See, maybe I will start doing some budgeting and stuff and talking to people about budgets and how to really make your money through yoga. And I work my ass off. But I promise you, I know how much things cost down to the penny. Down to the penny. Child, please. So let's see, 16 ounces a pound times 6. That is 96 pounds, right? 96 ounces. So $8.52 divided by 96 ounces. That is 8 cents an ounce. You could get a 6-pack of Barillo elbow pasta for $8.52 at Sam's Club. That is literally 8 to 9 cents an ounce of pasta. If you can't afford 8 to 9 cents a pound of pasta, bitch, you're doing life wrong. And pasta gonna fill you up. Pasta gonna have your belly full. Let's not even talk about quinoa. What are we talking about? And again, if people get out there looting and wilding out, y'all gonna usher in martial law. So y'all take the bait if you want to. Yeah, they don't know how to do math, Gina. I know. Y'all, Gina, funny. Y'all take the bait if you want to. Take the bait if you want to. Be stupid if you want to. I'ma laugh. I'm telling you right now, I'ma laugh. Because people act like they stupid as hell. This shit is not for play. These are absolute chess moves being made. And if you haven't been paying attention to the political and socioeconomic climate over the past 20 years, it's all been little chess moves to push you into a civil war on United States soil. They want it to happen between the classes. They want it to happen between the races, because then martial law can be implemented with no pushback from the powers that be. And do you know how that's set up? You think it's going to be American soldiers that's going to be governing stuff here in America if it goes into martial law? It's not really how that's set up. But I ain't going to say too much because, what do I know? Y'all better start looking things up. Right. Y'all better start looking things up. Y'all better start understanding the political environment that you live in. You better start understanding what the major play is. I told you guys before about the Rockefeller Papers. You guys can still go to the Rockefeller website and pull up the Rockefeller Papers. Time has been pushed back a little bit, but the play is still in play. on all fronts. We're talking about technological. Why you think? Let me shut up. I'm gonna be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm not here to be a revolutionary. I'm not here to wake people all the way up and make them really think about it. But I suggest people stop plugging into social media only. Stop letting social media be your only news source, your only education source, and start actually doing research into the why. Cookie, you a mess. Start doing oh God, I can't. Start doing research into the why. That being said, it's been fun talking with y'all tonight. Please be sure to double tap the stream. If you catch it on the replay, hit the like button, share it out, subscribe if you would like to. I'm gonna talk my talk, of course. I'm gonna get spicy every now and again, but we always bad duck your best. We always gonna get to the truth. And I got a little bit of limited patience, so I'm gonna start putting people's thought processes and these think tanks on blast. The pertinent links that I did talk about in today's show will be available in the description bar. Actually, let me do that right now because I always say I'm gonna do it and then I never do it. So I'm gonna do it right now before I even end the stream. If anybody has any questions that they would like to ask, go ahead and ask them now. After I put the links in, I'll come back and answer them. Oh, yeah. I'll go back in and label them later. I ain't gonna really hold y'all like that. I ain't gonna hold y'all like that. But you know, it's time for people to start telling the truth. And all these actors, oh, I stay at home and I haven't worked forever and I've been getting tens of thousands of dollars for social services. And no, you haven't. Stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to others. Just effing stop. And also stop acting like food stamps is putting the country into the most massive debt you've ever seen in your life, because it's not. They're just going to take that 1.5% and put it on military spending. Like, shut up already. You want the blues link? Oh, let me give you the link for the Mind Chaos Blues channel. Thank you for reminding me. Bad Doug, best moderator in the land. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you, Kylie. So you guys also, if you guys like music, AI music or whatever, I'm over there sharing with you guys some of my favorite songs transformed with the AI. You know, get into it. Mind Chaos Blues is now streaming. Thank you, Cookie. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. And you guys go check out Mind Chaos Blues. And the Frasier song. The Frasier song went up. So let me share y'all the Frasier song as we get up out of here. Hold on. Baby.
I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Oh my mercy. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe. But I ain't got you paid. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. They're calling again. Good night, see you, do we love you? What is a boy to do? Good night. Phrase it has left the building. Thank you. Scrambled eggs all over my face. What is a boy to do? Good night, everybody. See you next year. We love you.
Really, I play too much, but I do love me some Frasier. Anyway, I'm gonna see y'all again real soon. Bye.
Man, I'm Larry Live like my DJ. What it do there?
Trucking at the DJ booth, volume 1, motherfucker.
DJ Lil Larry, homie. Okay. Everybody wanna play. Always running they motherfucking mouth. Always got something to say. Man, cause I done start fucking with them. That mean they were never straight. The money bad nigga wrecking shit. All gas, no brakes. Hold up, my nigga. Bring that shit back one time.
DJ Lil Larry, homie.
All gas, no brakes. I ain't trying to stop. Hold up. Okay. Everybody wanna play. Always running they motherfucking mouth. Always got something to say. Man, cause I done start fucking with them. That mean they were never straight. The money bad nigga wrecking shit. All gas, no brakes. And I'm on a new level. If you broke, you should do better. Fucking these bitches, I'm real. I got guns, got hitters for whoever. And I got my eye on that Musan. Smoking good, my eyes like an Asian. In the game, I'm ballin' on franchise. Water on me like I just got baptized. Put the rollers up on both my bitches. I'm so with it, I keep them in competition. They be arguing about who get the dick the most. I can't help it, I'm fucked up, I love them both. Under pressure, these niggas throw pissy fits. Yellow diamonds, that's a pistol wrist. Spike the Sierra Mist with some activists. I walk in and turn heads, exorcist. In the kitchen with it like Betty Crocker. Fought in my bodyguard, Kevin Costa. Feeling bossed up while eating lobster. Thinking of life, now she call me Pop. She like how I talk, I'm street prop. Smoking fruity and rocking the Doomies. I'm getting money young, no tunch. I don't need your advice, boy, I do this. Family man, cause I won't kick shit like a family reunion. Man, I'm trying to run on my M's. I see your ass at the next family reunion. I had to make a surge downtown on the E-way, just hopped off on Union. Cause my little bitch had pulled off in the whip. I'm like, fuck this shit, trap out the Uber. I'm back to back with it, and spin facts with it. Cali Buddha with blood, so I'm bigger back with it. They like he done got him some money, don't know how to act with it. That money my mama used to give me, I went bought a sack with it. I been a hustler. I'm the one that took a single, made a double. I'm the one that turned nothing into